Hi and welcome to this session on YouTube for you. This game is Harry Pillsbury playing simultaneous chess against 40 people in 1901, Chicago, November the 2nd. So he's playing 40 people. His opponent in this case is Wendell, and I'm not sure what his first name is. And this is the two knights, or King's Gambit defense, but it's the two knights defense. So here we go, let's get into this. It's a very short game, it's only 15 moves long, but it demonstrates and highlights the need to be careful, especially in the opening, otherwise one can get beaten quite quickly. Anyone can get beaten really quickly in the opening, but here we go. So we've got knight c6, knight f3, knight f6, and here we have fe5, knight e4, d3, knight c5. There's no other place to put the knight really. Knight doesn't want to go there because it's just going to get attacked. So knight c5, d4. Now if I was black I would play knight e4, but black didn't play knight e4. Black went, it doesn't want to go into knight e6 because d5 is very embarrassing. So it goes back to knight a6, which is not the best move in the world. Notice that the squares that the knight has on a6 are only 4, and there are only 2 from the rook on a8. If the knight's on a8, it only has 2 squares scope. On b8 it only has 3 squares, and here it only has 4 squares. On b7 here it's got 6, and here it's got 8 on c6. So here we go, let's get going. So bishop c4, a sensible move by Harry Pillsbury, and that he is developing his bishop, and he's moving only once at this stage, and he is able to be ready to castle soon. So here I believe we've got queen e7, yes we have. And now not castling yet, but Harry Pillsbury played knight c3. And now I believe h6 was played, and so this invites knight d5. No, it doesn't. It just is castles here. So I can make mistakes too, because I always think it's knight d5 here. But we do have a next move because black plays a really weak move, g5. Now this just all of a sudden makes the square look very handsome indeed, or pretty for white. So white just plays knight d5 here, and here is no good because knight f6 check is protected with the pawn, the knight on f6 check, and it wins the queen for one piece, regardless of whether the queen waits there to be taken next move by white or takes the knight on f6. So here the queen goes back to d8. So we might as well, a saying that was from the Canterbury Chess Club, the stalwart of the Canterbury Chess Club would say, never miss a check, it may be mate. So he went knight f6, Harry Pillsbury, and this really forces only one move really, king e7. And here we have what? We've got the king's out of chance of, in this game, of being able to castle, and it's clearly exposed on e7. So white now plays a move that is very good, and it might not even be followed up with the way that you think it will be. So here we have knight takes something. So we're obviously going to knock out the stupid ones like knight takes here, which might be possible. We're going to take something with our knight. So the only other knight that can take something is on g5. Okay, so we take this pawn on g5. And why would we take that? Well, we might take it because after bishop c1 to g5 captures, after the knight and pawn are, sort of captured sort of thing, this is going to be a really, really cool looking check. Discovery check, because bishop is attacking the queen at the same time. So the black king is pretty locked up here. So anyway, we've got knight g5, hg5. Okay, so does Harry Pillsbury play bishop g5 here? So that's a wee exercise for you to have a look at, because it looks very, very good. I don't see much wrong with it. It looks like it just wins the queen. But Harry Pillsbury played something else than bishop g5. Bishop g5 is the move I'd play every time for white, because this looks really, really good, because it's just going to win the queen for 2 pieces. But Harry Pillsbury played something else, and it makes it that black got checkmated in 3 moves from this position here. So what did Harry Pillsbury play? So Harry Pillsbury played, I'm going to show it now, right? Okay, and then we won't be too long with this session. Harry Pillsbury played queen h5, and this threatens, of course, queen f7. But hang on, I hear you say, but what about rook h5? That looks really stupid. What about rook h5? Okay, so yeah, he wanted to be spectacular, I suppose, but then everyone would have started booing Harry Pillsbury, because like rook h5 just looks like it wins the queen, and it's all over. But we have rook h5. Now what would you play? Knight h5, or knight d5, or bishop g5, or like knight h5, or what else? Could play this. We can get possibly a draw here. But Harry Pillsbury played something, just a wee quiet move, but a check. It was a check, and Harry Pillsbury now plays knight g8 check. Now do you see it? Do you see what Harry Pillsbury saw when he played queen h5 to queen h5? Good on you if you did, because it's always good to be able to see ahead in chess, because when you look 3 moves ahead for white, you're actually looking 6 moves altogether, because you're looking at white's move, black's move, white's move, black's move, white's move, black's move, 6 moves. So when someone asks you how many moves can you look ahead, don't forget that you're looking at 2 moves, not 1 move, when you're looking at a combination of, say, 5 moves. That means you're able to see 10 moves ahead. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So after king e8, what do we have? Because king cannot go here or here or here, and it's a check in the knight with the knight. So there's always only 2 ways out of check with the knight: either take the knight or move. You cannot do anything else. Nothing else is possible, whereas other pieces aren't. So the king has to move. It can't move, stay there. It can't move here, or can't, say, miss a turn. Can't play 2 moves and play d5 and king e6. So it has to play king e8. And good on you. The end of the session is bishop f7 checkmate. And that is the end of the session. Thank you very much for viewing today, and I hope your chess gets better no matter what your level is, and I hope you enjoyed this session. Thank you very much for viewing this session, and if you liked it, please tick the like box so I can get understanding and feedback about what you like. Thank you very much.